Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Aquatope on White Sands. This is the breakdown for episode 18. We are really close. This is halfway through the second chunk, right? We only have 6 episodes left to see where this story ties up. There are no planned second seasons that I'm aware of. This was a really fun episode. Before we get going, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Guess what? I worked my butt off today doing my midway review. I have scheduled it to go up on the channel on the Sunday. I can't wait for you guys to see my final thoughts. That took ages to make. I gave myself a headache and then I realised I actually have 2 reviews to do tonight. I've got this and Platinum End to review. I'm working hard today. It's been a whole day of recording videos, working on making the videos. There is a Discord channel too for you guys to get notified whenever videos go up. Few of you thanked me for reminding you when certain things go up. But today's episode really was an episode close to my heart. If you are not aware, I have been a cosplayer for about 14 years now. It's been a very long time and I'm getting confused whether it's 14 or 13 or 12. It's something around that base. But I've been cosplaying for a very long time, so this episode, it hit home. It was an episode that I could really get behind because it's something that I really adore and I love cosplaying. Seeing it incorporated into today's episode, and there's a few hints of things like mermaids. I've done all that. That's something I'm very excited to talk about. Let's get going. We are catching up with Cuckoo, who is spending her lunch break with our baby penguin. The baby penguin is really growing up fast. It's just adorable. But it's a big old hint showing that no matter what, Cuckoo is always trying to get back to the animals. No matter how much she wants, she'll spend all of her spare time getting as close to the animals as possible because that's the only time that she's allowed to get close to them. Today's event is one close to my heart. It is cosplay. Cuckoo has been placed in charge and the idea is going to be themed ocean related, fish related. I do have a cosplay I could have worn for this. If you guys are anime fans, you may have remembered an anime called A Lull in the Sea. A Lull in the Sea came out a few years back now. It's quite an old anime. I have a cosplay which I haven't actually had a chance to debut because COVID hit. I have Uriko-sama, and Uriko-sama is essentially the sea. He is the spirit of the sea. I have a cosplay which would have fit right into this event, or I could have worn my Lady Tentacle cosplay, which is from Pokemon. I did a Jijinka where I took Tentacle, the Pokemon, and turned it into a Japanese maiden of the ocean with the umbrella, the long sleeves, everything. This is a cosplay event I would have totally gotten in on. I'm very hyped for things like this. But as usual, we have very little time to prepare, so Cuckoo is placed in charge, which sadly leaves Akari, I think her name's Akari, a little bit put out, but not quite, so she's very hard to read, Akari. This ends up leaving Cuckoo to overthink. Akari may have had the idea in general, but the director ended up leaving it to Cuckoo, the full-timer, because Akari is part-time. This isn't Cuckoo's fault, and obviously Cuckoo takes this to heart, thinking that she's upset Akari, and it makes her really worried. It would make sense that the person who's in full-time would get the role, especially when you've got very little time left and it's a bit of a crunch event. The part-timer would struggle to organise the event in such a short period, and she may not actually have any days in until the event itself. It depends how part-time she really is. No matter what, we can see Cuckoo's heart is still deeply in attending, and you can't really change that. We have a nice little sequence with her venting to Fuka. Fuka really has been put back to the venting role. I know back in season 1, part 1, all of us thinking that there might have been a relationship there or something, and now it's nothing more than a deep friendship with a deep care. Fuka acts more like a overlooking sister. Cuckoo, no matter what, will give it her all, and she is giving her full focus on the marketing role. Now, I have had experience as a mermaid. I had an underwater shoot where I used a mermaid fin. They are scary things. They will send you flying through the aquarium in a few kicks because of how powerful the tails are, and the dolphin kicks really are an interesting way of swimming. There are, of course, some aquariums in the real world which are now hiring mermaids to go into their exhibits. There are actual full-time mermaids in the States who work as mermaids, get into the tanks, do their things, put on shows for kids. That is their role. It's really nice to see them touching base on this because this seems to be a bit more of a modern experience that we now have mermaid tanks and things. It ties in absolutely fine with the cosplay theme, so anything really related to the sea was our theme this week. I am very jealous that Japan can simply order great cosplays very, very quickly. Unlike over here, if I want to order anything or order a cosplay, it's very rare that I buy them nowadays. It takes months. It will take months, and then you can never guarantee the quality. But in Japan, the heart, the home of cosplay, there's no wait. There's barely any wait. And we know there's very little time on this event, but these guys are able to order their costumes in and they all arrive on time perfectly fine. This is an episode where Akari is not sure of what she actually wants to do. We follow her as she's trying to get to grips with what it is that she wants to do, what does she enjoy, and it really does come down to her really enjoying helping people, I think, and advising people. She's very happy to get involved when needed, and that ends up being something that she finds that she enjoys. Now, Karu's love for the story. As a child, we have read many stories, and this sadly is lost on a few of the Western viewers because me as well, I didn't quite remember the story. I am aware of the story. I don't remember much about it. Karu wants to cosplay from the story to reconnect with the kids, to help them connect with the aquarium around them, which is a very, very smart idea. And the joke at the end would only really work if you were Japanese or at least knew what the story was that we were involving, because it ends up just flying over my head, sadly. I initially thought he was going to be the turtle. I forgot that Kuya was going to be the turtle, and obviously a big part of the story is Otohime herself. I didn't even work out that he was going to end up being a cosplay. But big congrats to Udon for finally making some progress in her line of work. She is a side character who we touch base with occasionally. She, of course, makes the big yums for the episode. She's the cook and she wants to put her own spin on cooking. And I love the fact that her work is finally making it onto actual menus. This is a fantastic first step for Udon. So happy for her. Akiri is thanked for being a good advisor. She's very good at helping other people when they need it, and perhaps this is going to be a strength that she needs to figure out herself. The quality of the costumes is absolutely amazing. I'm still just jealous that Japan can order them and they come in very quickly because it's the home of cosplay. Cosplays are very easy to get hold of in Japan. We have a very last minute hurdle this time. We have no stickers. They've ended up in the draft box. Many times have I thought I've sent something and it's actually stuck in drafts. I can really relate to this. Cuckoo decides that she will own her mistake, and you've really got to give it to her. She is dedicated. Cuckoo will own her mistakes when she makes them. That's what makes her such a good character. She decides that she's going to make them herself, and again, it's more all-nighters for Cuckoo. We see her really going overboard when needed, and she's such a good, dedicated hard worker. Akari finally gets to help. She ends up being cancelled on by fate, and she ends up absolutely happy to help out because that seems to be the thing that she really likes. She really likes helping, and it almost seems that she really likes the grind when it comes to the crunch. It's a win-win situation for her because she gets money and it will all help with her college at the end of the day. It's a great chance for her too to learn more about fish by getting her own hands on, and I think this entire episode is all about Akari finding her love for the aquarium, finally starting to find something in the aquarium that she can relate to, finding her own way, her own path into the aquarium. Now, there's always one costume that will make a child cry. I have sadly had that costume that has made a child cry. For my normal work, my real work, I've had to dress up in a giant dog suit, and I made a child cry. The child saw me, burst into tears, and I really did not make that child's day. I thought I was pretty cute, but apparently not. But the best cosplay award goes to Otohime Sama. This is amazing. I love how into it he is as well, doing a mwah. Really, this is how cosplay should be. Cosplay should be about making people happy, having fun. That's the thing about cosplay that some people seem to forget is you need to be having fun. You need to really enjoy it. You need to own it. When you wear that costume, you need to own that costume. Fuka looks absolutely gorgeous. We finally get to see some of that idol flair shining. She looks great. I was really hoping that Fuka would end up being a mermaid. It suits her right down to the T. I initially, back when I started watching this anime, really hoped that they'd actually use her as a aquarium mermaid or a aquarium promo idol. Something that would help Gamma Gamma get on its feet. So this is probably the closest I'm ever going to get to that dream. Cuckoo, of course, looking absolutely fantastic with the damselfish on her head, is a fantastic event. It's a great event. It seems really, really positive. Lots of people getting involved. It's a very great game as well, having the collecting stamps and then perhaps winning a plushie at the end of it. The costumes are fantastic quality. I like the one which has lights in it as well. That's great. The biggest twist is right at the end, where the director ends up being the most thug, yakuza-y, mob-like pirate I have ever seen. I don't want to cross this pirate. This pirate is going to stab me. But it suits him so well. But I am very, very surprised that he bothered to dress up at all. We are about to enter our first anniversary event. My goodness, this is pacey. The time skip on this anime is insane. It's really insane. Time is going so fast. Cuckoo has been left to organise the first anniversary event, which is a great chance to let Cuckoo shine, and I can't wait to see what event she ends up coming up. But it is so odd that it's already been a year. We've been at this aquarium for a whole year now. I am very excited to see what the anniversary event's gonna be. I can't wait to see how Cuckoo adapts to such a big honour. And I'm very hyped to hope that it goes well as well. I really hope it goes well because it will show the people that she can do it. And her organising an anniversary event is definitely going to get her a lot of recognition from people up above her. I had a great episode. I really loved seeing the cosplay in this. The cosplay touched my heart. It's great. I'm so happy I got to see cosplaying in anime. It's great. Cosplaying in an anime, which technically you can cosplay from. This is technically cosplayception. It's great. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I had a great time breaking this one down. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves, having fun. Make sure you're looking after yourselves and have a good day, guys. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.